There you go. Moment of truth. Who is in it? Wow. Wow. So the list which was out is the list. That is true. So it's amazing how this list is mined. Okay, so I think I have known, made it known who I really want. So I'm going to just zip through the list very, very quickly. In my, I think next month is going to be the 36th month, which is going to be the third year by end of the month that I'll be completing. And this is the only hero of the month that I have not got. And looking at my roster, I really don't need her. Irritating Hanitra. Good hero, but looking at the kind of choices, if somebody is looking at tier 10, she is a decent catch, and so is he, Gregorian. But then limited, he's a sniper, and that critical is where his real power lies on Titans. So that's another good catch in the 10 tier. Hanitra and Gregorian. Russell. I mean, he passes through, and too many things he's doing, and he is fairly decent. But in this tier, okay. And we know what Vela does. She was nerfed, brought back to her original self. So that's your 10 tier. Of that, personally feel she is a good one, but then they're all heroes of the month. So many people would have it, many players would have it. But as I have said, that Soul Exchange is primarily aimed at free-to-play and cheap-to-play players, for them to have access to some unique heroes. And hence, they can plan and they can pick up some heroes which they usually would not get because they are not regular summoners. And hence, heroes of the month come into play over there. So that's that. She gives a lot of good solutions against, boosted health. She gives boosted health, dodge, and max health reduction. So anti-max health reduction. So that's that. So that's my pick for the 10 tier. And we go to the next one, and the biggest surprise of the Soul Exchange, which has been debated till crazy levels, is what is Ludwig doing in this? Two thoughts come. Again, I said that why would good heroes be put, or highly chased heroes be put in this? Because SG has plans of some even more crazy heroes and hero solutions. There are already anti-taunt heroes available. I know how to tackle Ludwig. I carry two, basically Al-Nadaha and Hatter. They basically are absolute brutal on Ludwig when he is fired. So I haven't even used my Lord Loki till then. So there are solutions if one has a roster, but Ludwig is absolute magic. In regular play, I flank him on one side with a powerful reviver. On the other side, I flank him with, depending on the opposition that I'm facing, if they have got crazy hitters and revivers, then on one side it's Lolo. Lolo is just copying whatever needs to be copied. And then there are other two fellows, and if one wants, one can check on the channel all my Path of Valor Rainbow raids. Ludwig is the guy that is leading the raid. So absolutely fantastic hero. Also, Ludwig takes the 5 cube hit of Alfrike and survives once for sure. And so that's that. And obviously, in the second, if the second one comes, then it's game over. Ludwig also benefit is if he has fired then his two flanks are already rolling. And that's where, again, if there's a reviver, then Ludwig revives and carries on. So it depends on who is on what side. So between the great debate of whether Alfrike and Ludwig, believe me, I have been using both of them since the very first moment Ludwig arrived. And I got him. I would prefer Ludwig because I can put any killer. I'm not restricted to an Alfrike. I can put anybody, and tomorrow there could be a hero even more crazy than Alfrike. Ludwig is going to play along with that particular hero. So Ludwig is the one. And believe me, as we are testing in beta, there are crazy ones on the way, even more creative ones on the way. And when I say creative, I think creativity is less. It's more like combining, and now two heroes, as we saw in Mighty Pets, two heroes of different, two hero specials have been combined into one. As we can see in stacks, first special, first charge, second charge, and the third charge is a combination of first two, which is a more enhanced combination of first two. So that's that. So absolutely a must hero in this portal with 15, in the 15 hero tier. If you don't have Ludwig, don't even think about anybody, just pick him. Caitlyn, excellent hero. She dispels first whacks, and the whacking is enhanced depending on the status she has dispelled. Don't need to say anything further. Already I have done a hero review of hers. This is that. Excellent hero. And well reinforced. Benefits of the Slayer family is very much there. The stacks we already can see. So that's that. She can self-heal herself also. I'm just keeping it short and moving because these heroes are fairly well known. They're not new ones that came out yesterday. Cristobal, excellent hero on both. The first charge, conditional, but really hits hard. Second charge, again conditional, hits hard. So, great hero. This, I wanted to check. Okay, minus attack doesn't matter so much. Cersei, excellent hero again. Slayer. So, I would have taken her, but I already have Khufu. So, my attack, my defense down is taken care there. So, in fire. So I left it that no, I'm not going for her. We'll find out who I'm going for. Cobalt, we already know. Ninjas are a little outdated, but he still is fantastic. He can be used at any charge. So I usually have used in the maximum at charge 1 and charge 2. Rarely in a moment of luxury, I've used the charge 3, where almost everybody is literally dead, or there is a huge cascade in the beginning itself. Otherwise, charge 1, charge 2. Fantastic. This obviously makes him even more crazy. So we know what Cobalt does. So in the tier 15, please go for Ludwig and learn how to use him. That's all. I'm not going to say more because he is going to just tie up the whole roster, empower the whole roster, and he's available fucking cheap. I would have put him in tier 20. I don't know why they haven't, but I think the game wants more and more players to get these heroes so that there is crazy competition, and this whole conversation of pay to win can also go out of the window because, I'm repeating again, soul exchange is for the free to play and cheap to play mainly. The pay-to-play guys already have enough heroes, and most of these heroes. So it is not aimed at pay-to-play. And also, the pay-to-play fellows have enough heroes to trade whichever one is missing in their roster. And I'm going to come to that. Alfrike, I don't need to say, if you have Ludwig, then please, and don't have Alfrike, please get Alfrike. Don't think at all. So she's the second don't think at all hero. But after Ludwig for me. Moving on. I don't need to say anything further. If you have Ludwig and if you have Alfrike, then you can look at Farlene because she is absolutely fantastic. Fast, speed, and does a lot. And this minus 64 mana can be given to the 3 if they are of the same speed. So that is really insane. And this is superb. It's available to one, and there's a fucking 50% chance of this family bonus activating for one hero, which is to cleanse the hero's most recent cleansable status ailment at the end of each turn. It helps her. Frigg, still relevant. The only reason is the kind of level at which I raid. I have got Al Nadaha, so I do more of a preemptive. So I have given up defense down. And then it's now my raiding team has El Nadaha and Hatter that goes with Gazelle. And hence, all the buffs, I'm able to screw them in a preemptive manner, stop all taunts, stop basically all buffs using Al Nadaha. And I've got crazy ass riposte guys, taunt guys just popping up, because at 200 per attempted, 200, I forget to use the term, 200 hit per attempted buff just wipes out, because there is an attack up, there is a taunt, there is a defense. So 3 buffs, which means Krampus needs to fire with minimum 601 HP, otherwise he's dead. Because he starts with 3 buffs. So 600 HP just vanishes the moment he fires. Then he's carrying the ailment. Al-Nada has anti-buff ailment. So Frigg is still really relevant, and if you're looking at her, she can be picked up. Let me go to this guy, Emilio. Early days, I really wanted him. Now, I don't think so. I will ever give him rings. That's the situation, but it's very conditional. It's very roster driven. So, excuse me. Circus family, he has 2 different options. So the first one has healing involved, and he basically stops status ailments for 3 turns, and he's really painful and starts that damn burn. It's a very baby burn, but it starts eating away HP. The second one is again nothing significant, but it's the first one that just keeps firing away to glory. And he's more of an irritant, but sometimes irritants become killers. But I'm if I were to look at it, I'm not worried about him. So I don't rate him up there, though there are a few players who are seriously thinking about it from my discussion. So, and from whatever I have read, but not a good opinion towards him. Moving to this fellow. Finlay, costume. This was a real shocker for me that he's there. But okay, I'm glad that he's there. We all know what he does. He hits harder than the original fellow. I have the original fellow. And if I take him, I don't have to spend any mats. Don't have to use a single mat except the warm capes for the final costume ascension. And I get access to 56% defense down for 3 turns. Today, Finlay is mainly being used on the Titan. So from the minus 34, which I take him, moves up to minus 56. But the other good part is in buff environment, he is big time available to me to be used. So this is the fellow that I plan to pick up. That's it. I get 20 roster spaces free. I get the costume. I really wanted the costume. Did not get the costume in the previous 2 times that he has come in the summons portal. And time to get him. Because from this whole list, I don't have Malik now. I don't have Gregorian. Then I don't have Cristobal. I don't have Serche. So that's 4. And in the last one, I don't have Emilio. So 5 I don't have. Now, of the 5 I don't have, the only one that actually crossed my mind to look at was Serche. No, actually 2. Even Cristobal, for the 2 type of specials. And then I looked at Finlay. I have a strong green bench. I recently got Hammer Tusk, so I have a direct badass hitter, hit three fellow. I already told you about Khufu. So when I look at it now, from the whole lot, I have the rest. So I don't use Falin so frequently as I used to use earlier. So there is no point of a dupe. So the whole lot. The other thought did come, should I pick up a duplicate Ludwig? But then I'm also thinking, I have got Black Knight, I have Kara, I have Krampus. I've never used them as a combo. So what's the point of having a dupe and giving tabards, 6 tabards, which I don't know when I will level. So the key theme of the Soul Exchange for me is to fill a gap which enhances my roster. And second theme is, can I level and use the hero today or immediately itself? And when I look at those points, then of all the 15, the one that is missing that can be used immediately with minimum or no additional use of any mats is Costume Finlay. So that's the one that I'm going to get. I'm doing it right away. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to set it up and come and pick him up. Okay, so I've done it. Yay! 20 selected. Finlay it is. These are the 20 that are going. And Finlay arrives. There you go, Finlay. Welcome to the roster, buddy. Now, in future, hopefully, your killer chick, Aim, can follow you and join my roster. So, good luck, guys. Getting your appropriate hero is what I would say. I have shared my thoughts. Hopefully, that helps. And see you in the next video. Cheers.